Hey team. Oh, excuse me. Hey team. All right, so let's get started with what we're doing today. So we're gonna be reading an article in class today, and you want to make sure that you are keeping up with your book. So if you're reading Hunger Games, that's HG. If you're reading The Hate You Give, that's Thug. Absolutely True Story of a Part-Time Indian is third, and the pages for Persepolis are fourth. Okay. You're going to have a reading quiz coming up, so you want to make sure that you are keeping up with your reading assignments. All right, so today we're going to do a close read of an article, and we're going to be analyzing it. So, same format we usually do. And our article today is about something that happened in Egypt about 10 years ago, well, and in a few other countries. So, Cairo is a city in Egypt, and it's about a revolution that happened in the Middle East. And we'll give you some background when we start the article. Before we do that, we want to take a second. I know we're not in our groups, so just think for yourself, why do people rebel? Why do people rise up against their government or people in authority like their boss or maybe even parents? Why do people rebel? So there can be all kinds of reasons why people rebel. It might be because they are not getting their rights. It might be because they're unhappy with the way things are. It might be because they want something more or need something more. It might be because their beliefs are not being valued. There's all kinds of reasons, but really, when you get down to it, a lot of it is because people want freedom, right? They want the freedom to choose, they want the freedom to live the way that they want to live, they want the freedom to do what they want to do and love who they want to love. And that's really what's kind of at the root of all of it. So, we're going to read about a protest that was part of the revolution in Cairo in Egypt in 2010. Oop. And so you're going to go into your iLearn and you're looking for document 2.3 Cairo, right? I have it up here in a different app because my iLearn is crazy, but yours is going to look exactly like this, okay? So we're going to read aloud the first little bit. I'm going to answer the question together, and then you're going to continue on your own. It's about 2.5 pages, okay? So we're reading Cairo, My City, Our Revolution by Adar Sulif. So in 2010, the call for the democratic reforms reverberated through the Middle East and North Africa in a movement known as the Arab Spring. In Egypt, the unrest forced Hosni Mubarak's long-ruling regime out of power. So regime is like a really controlling, oppressive government. That's usually what we mean when we say that. So this excerpt from Adar Sulif's personal account of the revolution describes the third day of mass protests in Cairo. Friday, January 28th, 5 p.m. The river is a still, steely gray, a dull pewter. Small scattered fires burn and fizz in the water. We've pushed out from the shore below the Ramses Hilton and are heading into midstream. My two nieces, Salma and Miriam, are on either side of me in the small motorboat. As we get further from the shore, our coughing and choking subsides. We can draw breath, even though the breath burns. And we can open our eyes to see an opaque dusk heavy with tear gas. Up ahead, Qasar Anil Bridge is a mass of people, all in motion but all in place. We look back at where we were just minutes ago on the 6th of October bridge and see a Central Security Forces personnel carrier on fire, backing off, 4 young men chasing it, leaping at it, beating at its windscreen. The vehicle is reversing wildly, careering backwards east towards downtown. Behind us, a ball of fire lands in the river, a bright new pool of flame in the water. The sky is great, too, is great, so different from the airy twilight you normally get on the river at this time of day. The opera house looms dark on your right, and we can barely make out the slender height of the Cairo Tower. We don't know it yet, but the lights of Cairo will not come on tonight. All right, so let's pause there and do this first question. So it asks us, describe the tone in the first two paragraphs. How does Swift's word choice in the first two paragraphs affect the tone? Okay, so let me go back and look at this a little bit. Well, when I see this, her tone feels not not really surprised, but she feels kind of like alert or on edge. So I'm going to put that. And if you see something else in there, you should feel free to put that as well. And what's making me say that is she uses words like heavy or wildly or looms, right? Those make me feel like there's this sense of being out of control. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to put those words that I just mentioned. Because those are some examples of the language that she's using that kind of makes me think of this tone, right? Of being alert or on edge or out of control. So you're going to continue on your own from here.